Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bumba Show, ELBC Radio, and many other radio stations 99.4, 99.9, 89.9, Bassas Radio, Hopper, Vonjama, Bombing, and Banga. All of our partner stations across Liberia. Thanks for relaying the Bumba Show. And those of you on the social media, welcome to the broadcast. 16th of February 2023, elections year. Welcome to the show. My name is Isaac Red. Okay. Yeah. My phone. That's just gonna come. The Bumba Show is here. Is here to stay with you. I will produce today, and then the show goes to bed for the weekend. It comes on Monday with not Saba Josh, with Jala Griffith. I'm here. I'm here to stay. Song or white note. I was telling you, you put on the machine here. How do we do it? Let me see. Bring the phone. Let's see. I'm glad that we are back on in a couple of counties. We've been off, and that was bad for us. But you know, every time we have these technical breakdowns, we'll let you know. We're glad we're back on the airwaves in a number of counties. I will talk briefly to Decent Tour. Is that Lower Magaby? Lower Magaby kind of correspondent. He's in Monrovia on other business, but we'll try to hear from him what's the latest happening right now. All is politics, but we like to hear about agriculture, we like to hear about sports, and we like to hear about health. So I will talk to William Tour shortly. Stay tuned. I don't know where it is. We'll find another talk. All right, let's bring down the fascinating and exploring song. Yeah, I remember this song was introduced by Dara Ambusman here years back. And let me bring you developments trending around Monrovia, and then later on we'll join William Toe here on ELBC Radio. If you are interested in watching television this evening, watch All Things Considered here and on LNTV, on Multi TV, on SACOM, or by terrestrial means on channel 214. Let me welcome you again to the Bumper Show wherever you are. I like the good news. I hope you can give us some good news in your county when we open the lines shortly. But President George Weah and the World Bank Regional Vice President Tour Progress Development Tour in Progress Development Projects. The President of Liberia on yesterday tour development projects across Monrovia along with the World Bank Group Regional Vice President Usman Digana. The World Bank Regional Vice President, with whom President Weah conducted the visits, has satisfactorily expressed satisfaction over the work done in Liberia. President Weah and Mr. Diagana have been inspecting an in-progress road rehabilitation work at the 6.1-kilometer road linking SD Cooper Road to Coca-Cola Factory, including ELWA red light intersections, while and all funded by the World Bank through the Liberia Road Access Management Project. President Weah reaffirms commitment to one China policy. The President of Liberia on Tuesday, 14 February, reaffirmed Liberia's commitment to the one China policy. Liberia is among the first countries in the world to legislate the one China policy. President Weah reiterated the nation's commitment when the Chinese ambassador to Liberia, Ren Hanxing, paid a courtesy visit to him at the executive mansion. The Liberian chief executive assured the ambassador of continued bilateral cooperation between the two countries with mutual benefit and for the realization of a true win-win situation. President Weah again in the news. President Weah shows more infrastructure development. I bet that was in response to the visit on yesterday of the World Bank project. 1,500 metric tons of Japan donated rice arrives on Friday. Good news, but we can't be relying on donated rice. We need to grow our own food, man. But let's read this out to you. The Liberia Counterpart Value Fund Secretariat, JCVF, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has announced the arrival of another consignment of Japan donated rice, weighing 1.5 metric tons to Liberia. According to a foreign ministry release, the rice will be monetized under the Japanese grant commodity program to support the government's social economic development projects. The consignment of rice, according to the release, is expected to arrive on Friday, 17 February, that's on tomorrow, at the free port of Monrovia. ArcelorMittal in the news for what? ArcelorMittal donates new pickup to Bassa Police Detachment. And my understanding is that they are doing that in Nimba County too. Let me give you a gist of this story. ArcelorMittal Liberia AML has donated to the Liberia National Police Grand Bassa County Detachment a brand new pickup to perform essential duties. Official of ArcelorMittal, who early on Tuesday, 14 February, drove the vehicle to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police in Buchanan, said the donation was made from the company's Phase 2 expansion project. Good news. I like good news. The police got pickup to chase the criminals. They don't have pickup to collaborate or to affiliate with the criminals, but to arrest the criminals and discipline them by taking them to court, not to work with the criminals to rob people in the society. Well, I'd like to say good afternoon to all the police checkpoints and all the official checkpoints and unofficial checkpoints along the route from Monrovia to Nimba. I was driving through, you can count the number of checkpoints. Some, what the checkpoint doing here? Say the Ebola checkpoint. It shouldn't be here. Say, well, we haven't got any instruction. So to the authorities for immigration and military and paramilitary forces, tell your people to move the Ebola checkpoints from the routes from Monrovia to Nima, wherever they are across the country. We know very well that they have some checkpoints along the routes between the counties for Ebola to ensure that you did your temperature test or whatever they had to do. But those checkpoints don't need to be there now. If they're into something else, the immigration people said they will move when they get some instruction. To the superintendents of the counties who are in Monrovia, well, we hear you don't go back to your county until some occasion or the president is going there. We all got to go back and work. And now the roads are so, you need to cut the grass on the road. You don't have to wait for President Weah to be coming to Sino, to Maryland, or to Bong before you, or Magibi, before you say the people should start brush the roads. You can get them by the local authority to get the roads clean. The roads are completely bad, and people who are in homes, the road people pay for it. Then you build a same kind of house again. You can change it. You build the old style mud houses from the 1950s. That's bad. We're here This is the show for you listening wherever you are listening from. We want you to talk about the developments in your community. We want you to talk about a lot of good news. Obadiah Bo of Bunk County. I hope we can get you on to talk. Moses Stubblefield of Bunk County. Obadiah Bo. We hope we can talk sometime on the Bumper Show about developments in the counties. But I have invited Lower Margibi County correspondent. I said, look, you're in Monrovia. Let us kill two birds with one stone. William Toh is popularly known as Decent Toh. He's been reporting for LBS in Lower Margibi County. He will tell us exactly what the geography looks like, what is considered lower and upper, from which end to the other. He gives us the meat and bounds on this radio here this afternoon. Welcome to the Bumper Show. Is that your first time?
On the Bumper Show, no. I was here the last time LBA hosted training for all correspondents.
Are you on the Bumper Show?
Yeah,
How many years been? How many years has been?
That was in 2021. Since then, yes.
All right.
That was, yeah.
I know, sure, we're working with our partner to do another training for correspondence, so we hope while you're here, you can appear on the Bumper Show.
Yeah.
How is it in Monrovia? How often do you come to Monrovia? Margibi isn't that far, though.
Yeah, it is. It is not that far, but most often we like to keep busy following the activities, the developments in Lower Margibi County. We have got a task to ensure that we report the necessary issues, that are prevailing within our assigned areas, especially for LBS, the state broadcaster. So most often we like to avoid the main capital, except for the national county exposed meet.
Yeah, of course.
Then we can be based.
You were in town for that.
Yeah.
So what are we'll come to politics, Margibi and all of the candidates. What do you define as Lower Margibi?
Well, Lower Margibi, basically, many people consider it from the 15 gate area. I want to create a picture that people will see. 15 gate entering the Firestone plantation, where you see a special gate. When you pass by there, you come as far as the Duazon area, somewhere around Aratu. Coming from Pinsville now, from Aratu going all the way to the Firestone terrain, going as far as Division 44, and then you have Division 40, the Division 45. You go somewhere around Division 3. Those areas
with that picture, Lower Margibi now is border with the Moserado here,
yes.
15 gate side.
Yeah.
Then it goes as far as
the arrow 2 coming from Peaceville end.
Does it reach to Farmington?
Yes, Farmington, yes, Farmington.
Then you border with Grand Bassa.
Then
you come towards R2.
Yeah.
And then Moserado.
Yeah.
Again.
From the Orange Grove checkpoint, where you have the bridge, demarcating Grand Bassa and Margibi.
So that is considered as
Lower Margibi.
Is that the Mama Kaba?
Yes, they call it Mamba Kaba, but it extends as far as Marshall City. So it's a very large area. Very large indeed, yeah.
But it's not a Gibi belt.
No, it's not a Gibi belt. The Gibi belt is beyond Kakata.
And that goes to upper.
That goes to upper
Margibi.
Yeah.
Well, I like that kind of picture you giving me, so at least I know now when I say Lower Margibi, I know where I am. Anytime I'm there. What do the people depend on there in Lower Margibi for survival?
Majority of them rely on Firestone.
Majority are on Firestone, meaning the majority are tappers?
Majority are Firestone employees.
And beneficiaries?
Yeah, different departments. You have some who are drivers, some are security personnel, they call them plant protection departments personnel. You have educators. Firestone has got more than 300 Liberian teachers.
Firestone predominantly is, or that part of Margibi is predominantly Firestone in terms of the land space.
Yeah, the land space.
So, how do people farm?
Well, a good number of them who are outside the plantation are the ones who can farm. If you are out of the concession area.
What kind of farm do they get involved in?
Most often, majority are involved with cassava. Margibi is predominantly Pere and Bassa.
It's a mixture, though.
Yeah, it's a mixture.
Oh, but the dominance.
Yeah, Pere and Bassa, they are dominating.
So they make a lot of cassava farm.
Yeah, they make a lot of
to
cassava
eat or to sell.
Well, it is subsistence farming. A good number of them are not involved in commercial farming, not yet, except for rubber. For rubber, you have some people who have their private rubber farms.
In the same
Lower Margibi County, you have the Cooper's farm, owned by Oscar Cooper. You have Senator Nukwe's farm,
In Lower Magibi?
in Lower Margibi. You have a farm owned by former District 2 Representative Baragamo Izeze, also a rubber farm. So a good number of the prominent people are involved in rubber. Some are into palm, like the former Senator Oscar Cooper, but majority are in rubber. And those who are just farming for eating purpose are basically on cassava and the rest of it.
Lower Magibi is politically District 1 and 2.
Yeah, politically District 1, 2, and part of District 3.
1, 2, and part of the tree. That part of the tree extends down around Kakata.
Yeah, no, it extends around the Firestone terrain.
Okay.
Yeah, the Firestone terrain.
Now, the job is up for grabs, right? And we go to election October 10. How many persons are there who want to be representative or senator from the Lower Magibi belt?
Well, the Lower Margibi belt, as a matter of fact, all of the aspirants now in Margibi that people know of are from Lower Margibi.
Aspiring for what? Senate or House?
For the Senate. All of those who are aspiring now for the Senate are basically from Lower Margibi. You talk about Bana Zeze from Lower Margibi. You talk about Nathaniel Magil from Lower Margibi. You talk about Joseph Yapuya Yapaulo, a firestone contractor from Lower Margibi County. And you talk about Joshua Robinson, also from Katiku, Lower Margibi County. So predominantly they are like all from Lower Margibi.
Is that because Senator Emmanuel Nukwe comes from Upper?
Well, per tradition, the people of Margibi County have this common agreement. It is not documented, but most often, whenever they have elections, they say, for example, okay, this senatorial election is for the upper end. Like the 2020 election was for the upper end. So you saw that if you have a candidate coming from the lower end, even people from the lower end were asking the person to back off on the race. So now, 2023, they have the perception or traditional
Is this time for lower?
It is for the lower end. That's why you're not seeing candidates coming from the upper end. You talk about maybe someone wants to mention Sagbali, who was planning to contest for the Senate. He's also from Lower Margibi.
When you say planning to contest, what does that mean? He's not running again?
He's yet to speak to that officially, but his close allies are saying that he's backing off. He's coming in district number 1, where you have Tiberusa Tapaware to contest now as a representative. He's backing off to
Tapaware is from the CDC?
Yeah, he's from the CDC. He was elected in 2017 on the CDC ticket, but I don't know what's happening. But Honorable Sagboli, he came from the NPP, married the CDC, married the coalition marriage. So
there might be a clash in terms of who goes on the coalition ticket.
So we are watching the process.
But you say it's unofficial, right?
Yeah, it is unofficial.
But if Sagboli ran, what would be his chance?
Well, he was actually building good sales in the county, across the county, the Gibi area, the Marshall area, the Habel region, the Firestone region, even the Dwazon region. But of recent, he has limited his activities to District 1. So majority of the people are saying, but then he will contest as a representative.
What do you suspect? That he's now being talked out of the race?
Well, that's the allegation. A good number of his critics, I'm hoping that one day you can invite him one-on-one. A good number of his critics, especially his opponents, are saying that he has been bought off, giving a rival of Honorable Nathaniel McGill in a race. That's the perception of many people and his critics.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll hope to talk to him one-on-one.
I agree with you. We should find time to talk to him and let him get the cat off the bag.
Yeah.
And tell us exactly whether he's going for District 1 or he's going for the Senate. But basically, we're talking about the Senate, and the majority of those persons who are aspiring for the Senate seat
are from the lower end.
Are from the lower end. What about the House of Representatives?
The House of Representatives.
Abba Jones is still there to be.
Yes, Abba Jones, as a matter of fact, like we all know, in 2020 contested as a senator, and he came second to Honorable Nukwe. But this 2023, from all indications, he wants to maintain his district number 2.
Who could be his challenger, his main challenger?
Well, one Christopher Sir Ori Bell. He works for Firestone.
Is that the one you call the tapper?
No, he's not called a tapper. He works in the.
There's a tapper who wants to be the senator.
Yeah, the tapper who wants to be a senator is Joseph Yapuya Yapawolo.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who wants to be a senator. The main contender for Abaju, many people are looking at, they consider Christopher Sir Ori Bell, who works in the Firestone factory. As a matter of fact, he's a supervisor in the Firestone factory. So many people believe if they can rally around Christopher Sir Ori Bell, he will stand a very good chance to go as a representative. But mind you, the current lawmaker too is working assiduously to ensure that he can retain his seat. So it's a win-win situation. You also have other people that are coming in a race. You have what Augustine Brooks. You have, of course, also coming from the representative position, you have Mother Louise from the Dorotan Bell. She too wants to contest as a representative to replace Ava Jones. And then you have your man Mayango from the from the port. Mayango too wants to contest as a representative in district number 2. So the electors, they have got the power. So watching the show.
Where's Clarice Ja, former senator?
Clarice Jar is contesting for the Senate seat. Sorry, I left her out. Mayo, she's former senator of Margibi. So she also wants to recontest as
All
a
right.
senator in Margibi.
Well, we've been talking about those who want to contest and I mean, the chemistries and those who are allegedly backing off. We're in Lower Magibi County talking about the rubber belt. And Magibi was just in the county meet. Did Magibi come to Monrovia, both teams?
Yes, don't forget so Margibi won both third places.
Even if I forgot, I like that you would say it. And they won third place for kickball and football.
Kickball and football. And that is happening 3 times in a row now. Margibi County. 2021, 2022.
Margibi isn't free of scandal. We heard that the coach received huge sum of money from Honorable McGill and the money shot lender. How did the story end?
That comes from the Margibi Sports Association. Yes, it is true. We reported that as a matter of fact. Yes, the office of the former Minister of State, Nathaniel McGill, actually contributed 300,000 to the victory of Margibi County players when they qualified for the semi-final stage. And he gave the money. The money was presented somewhere around the SKD. I was present, and then they carried the money on camp. So the MSA chairman in Abu Fofana carried the money on camp. After 2 days, we started hearing noise from players, especially from the keyboard team. You know, women can't keep secret. So the keyboard team players started protesting, and as a matter of fact, we want all our cash. So initially, the keyboard team had like 750, to be shared on the USD to be shared on them, and the rest of it should have gone to the boys. But the keyboard team said no, we didn't receive it. As a matter of fact, only 40,000 came to us, and that was a serious chaos within the Margibi County team.
As a sports commentator or a journalist covering the county, do you think that particular money, the controversies around the money, whether it came as was giving, do you think it has some in-row or some negative impact on the team performance in both the semi-final for kickball and football?
Basically, football is played on the pitch and off the pitch. And when you talk about the money contributing to their defeat, administratively, we will say yes. They were on camp the eve to the match. That happened on a Friday, the eve to the match. And then it was on a Tuesday. And then Wednesday was the semi-final. The eve to the match, this chaos, heavy noise, people from Honorable McGill's camp went on the team camp to provide clarity that the money given to the players was not for MSA officials, and the players themselves should use that money. So it became chaotic. You saw the girls protesting, the boys too protesting. Even the pastor who was praying for the football team had to come out and call the players out of the chaos to keep them away from that particular noise. The girls team left there alone, the captain and their head coach who accompanied them on the boys' camp. And then the next day when they came, they defeated all of them. The keyboard coach, Jerry Kennedy, admitted in a post-match interview at the SKD that his girls defeated themselves for the fact that they were fasting and they allowed themselves to be carried away for money.
they were fasting.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
God in sports. That's good. Well, this Ento is our Lower Margibi County correspondent. We're going halfway of the show here, the Bumper Show for Thursday, 16th of February, and my name is Isaac Ware. Thanks for viewing from wherever you are viewing. We'd like to hear from you as we talk about Margibi. Sometimes too, we'll profile your area, what county you come from, whether the correspondent or not. But I'd like to hear from you. Obadiah Doe from Bunk County listening there, with Moses Stubblefield listening to from, he's the county inspector, by the way, in Banga, Bunk County, and William Colley former county inspector, all listening to the show, and we're glad to have you guys listen, and we're glad to have ELBC back on the air across Liberia. So we will take a few calls about what we talked to about here. If you have some interest or some concerns about this, what coming out of this tour, we'll be glad to hear from you. You can call us on 0777 100999. That's the number we're using for your calls from Margibi County. We will leave this in later after a few calls and some clarification if he wants to make. And then we will open the lines for the good news. I like the good news. I know you like good news. The roads are being built. If the roads are going slow, it is you who are the users of the road to tell us if they're going improperly. We're hearing about a roundabout to EWA Junction. We have to verify or confirm that information, whether it's true. We hear about something different happening with the footpath at the Dupont Road intersection. We'll be glad to hear from the engineers, but our reporters will get out there to validate to get the information whether it's true. I'd like to hear from you. But let me let you know too that the president of Liberia doesn't have to come to your county before you bring country rice out to eat. Grow your own food. The president of Liberia doesn't have to come to your county before you start brush the road. Try to clean the places. You know, it said that cleanliness is next to godliness. I'd like to hear from Obadiah Bo. Obadiah, how you doing? You're monitoring in Bunk County. You the guy that called the white pigeon? The white pigeon. So call us on the number 0777 100 999. That would be good for you. Call us on 0777 100 999. We'll take you later on. But let me go to this beautiful song. And right after that, I'll come back to the telephone. The number to call is, if you want to be very audible, the number is 0777 100 999. I'll take this music. Talk about farming, we talk about oh, Ophelia Dawolo. You gotta come back home, my sister. She's in the USA. A beautiful song. Kapao, kapao ku monkwe, kapaku kutiga, kapa man. Listen to. When I say kapao, what I mean? You should be from. Where you from?
Kapao. Somebody told me.
Somebody told you?
Yeah, come.
Where you from?
I don't understand better. That should be better, right?
You telling me? Or you asking me? So
Kapao should be better.
yeah,
That's what I know.
yeah, you come.
You come.
Let's
Yeah,
work.
that's
Let's
what someone told me.
cut the rice. Let's go and fetch the water.
Yeah.
Well, that's a beautiful song. It's a rallying song. A song of unity by Ophelia Dawolo of Lofa County. She's from Salaye.
Okay.
Lofa, the Lofa Pela people. Now, Lower Margibi County, in terms of the roads going to Rabos International Airport will be a landmark achievement of the government of Liberia. Now, you're in and out of Margibi to Monrovia. How you see it?
Well, great progress so far, I may say. Since the Public Works Minister came spoke about it, that the company, the contractor in charge of it wasn't doing well. They have speed up the work. I don't know if they transferred the contract or not, but the work actually has speed up. You now see them completing the covers. They're now trying to lay drainage to ensure that they can do the final testing before they come to the asphalt pavement. Yes, they are completing almost all the covers, and they are now doing backfilling, where you have those trenches.
So, but my thing is, you're a journalist and I
Swamps,
drive on the
all
road. Why don't you transform the swamp instead of putting the dye? Why you don't make it like a general fish pond? You create a big, you dredge, dredge it, take out the mud, take out the dye, and make it out of something that fish can grow, and then you can harvest fish after a couple of months. You don't think that would be a brilliant idea?
That's a very brilliant idea. Again, let's hope that the contractors have that thinking.
You think it's with the contractors to do?
Yeah, maybe authorities from the tourism area can do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fishery people.
Yeah, the fishery people.
So look, we see the structure. Every time it rains,
Yeah.
There's a pool of water.
Yeah.
So to preserve this pool of water, we'll put some backfilling, do a drainage or something. Let the natural habitat, the fish and other.
That would be so excellent. But unfortunately, the contractors are currently backfilling everything. So
Filling all the swamps.
yeah, they are filling all the swamps. Mind you, they are extending the road, so they have to keep on backfilling those places to create more space for the full lane expected for the 44-kilometer road.
All right. All right. Health.
Yeah.
How's Lower Margibi doing with health?
Well, recently, I think the people from Lower Margibi County are somehow grateful to government. There are plans to extend the Dorotan Health Center to a comprehensive health center now. The plans are on the way. As a matter of fact, we now have an assigned medical doctor at the Dorotan Health Center. She goes by the name Kamo, and she's now in charge, assigned at the Dorotan Health Center, while the government, through the Ministry of Health and partners, are fighting to elevate the Dorotan Health Center to a referral hospital. They can turn it to a referral hospital.
From a clinic to a hospital.
Yeah, to your hospital. That's what they're trying to do now. Mayu Dusa alone can handle all of the health issues.
Dusa is strictly the Firestone Hospital, right? So
One
Dorotan will be
challenge.
the government
Yeah,
home.
it will be for the
To
government.
complement. Okay.
The Sierra Leone hospital that is way in the upper end. So the government, that's a brilliant idea in terms of health, ensuring that they can have another option apart from Sierra Leone in the upper
So
end.
until the lady got there, you say her name is what?
Kamo, I'm just forgetting the first name.
Until she got there was no medical doctor.
There was no medical doctor.
People would just go in and leave.
Yeah,
But this time she's stationed.
She's stationed in Dorotan Health Center.
Margibi has a new medical officer.
Yes, more definitely. She comes from bombing. We spoke with the superintendent of the county, Jerry Vanning. He told the press that she will be unveiled. Until then, everyone will have to, keep fingers crossed.
Is that a regular thing to rotate the medical doctors, or because of this leak audio from Margibi Medical? Is he a former now, or he's been transferred?
He has not been assigned. He's still going through investigation. Dr. Augustine Fania, formerly of Kema and Grand Jide County, he has not been assigned. But the Ministry of Health, through the county authorities, are bringing in the new person from bombing. That's what we're getting. So until she can be unveiled to the public, then we'll know who exactly she is. But Dr. Fania is no longer in charge of Margibi County as county health officer.
ELBC Radio, a spotlight on Lower Margibi County. As time goes by, we will definitely bring your county on the spotlight and talk about the politics. Yeah, go ahead.
And I want us to go to security. Security
yes.
is one major issue right now.
But let's come to you after we have this caller tell us something. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, you're on ELBC, and we're talking about Lower Margibi.
Yeah, I'm watching you from Son of County.
Oh, you're watching on the social media. Go ahead.
Yeah. I listen to the guest in studio there. I listen to him. There's a lot of development that we should president is carry on, but we are not seeing the impact in the southeast with the Son of County. But we are not seeing any impact in development in Son of County. We don't know why it's happening. So they say when you are father or mother for twins, you must learn to.
What specifically you want the government to do so you feel the impact?
Yeah, I want for the government to build. I mean, to build some infrastructure here, to rural connectivity here. That's what we're lacking up here in Sano County.
The road that connects you with Riverside and Grand Jide as well as Grand Crew.
Of course. At least we want to see quota here too. We want to be part of the development process in Liberia.
I know how you feel. To feel that you're part of Liberia. Thank you. Your name again?
I'm Joseph Martin Gordon.
You calling from Sino Street or you calling from down the Mango? He gone. We have another caller on the line. Hello? Hello? ELBC Radio. Security, Lower Margibi.
Yes, security, good news for the people of Lower Margibi. Of recent, leaders of Lower Margibi County, especially Barclay Farm, Catty Tree, and some parts of Abel. They have a consensus. As part of that, they decided to buttress the strength of the security. So they call for the Kapao, the night patrol Kapao security team, community vigilante team. So the Kapao team, as we speak, currently in Lower Mangibi County to buttress the vigilante team and the police.
All right. Kapawa
Yeah.
of left Monserrado County in Margibi County. ELBC. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Let me hear you out.
Yeah, this is one country.
Obadiah Bo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm following the program and I just want to make sure and no constitution as this for people who constitute try to I mean to ask for constitution country what country what you ask.
I didn't get you clear, Obadiah. You
I'm
sir?
saying
Yeah?
I'm saying I'm following the program and you are right now in the spring in March for eyes of one country. And as I told you that and me, about what incoming representatives in my three for Canada for the nine.
All right. Apparently, we need to, while we're here, apparently we need to change the number. This number has failed us. Let me admit, it has gone off. It has failed us. We're sorry. I'll give you one number. Call that number and you'll be loud and clear on the show before we go home. And you have an opportunity. The number that I'm going to give you, don't call 777 100 anymore. It has let us down. Technology has failed us. So I want you to call 0777 517 882 or 0886 517 882. 0777 517 882 or 0886 517 882. I bet Obadiah you want to call back. I'll be glad if you call so that you can get much clearer or louder than you sounded previously. ELBC Radio Kapawa now is in Lower Margibi County. That Kapawa thing is it because if you're not careful, some group will want to operate under the guise of being security people, but then they got some other ulterior motives. But before, let me try the other number. Somebody's calling this line, and I hope we'll get that person on. Now you're loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Something like that. 1822.
You call from Soul Clinic, and thanks for the show. You from Margibi?
No.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
People go under the cover of darkness and operate like we still have to talk to the caller. And this time, hello?
Hello, to the rest.
Yeah, you're much clearer. Go ahead.
What more days to be dialed Samuel company called Web Vision, which is directly from Pong County, Tesma 3 respectively. The incoming representative, Tesma 3, 2009, Pong County,
2029?
2009.
But why you getting wait? Why you rushing? Let's finish with 2023, my man.
No, I'm going to say this to you. The reason why more politicians still in politics in Liberia is because it's giving long-range plan. I mean, it's giving short-range plan.
Oh, so you believe in long range plan?
Yeah, I think long-range plan because I read because Major Mamana LU, and we are becoming using long-range plan. That is the reason why I do not buy my 26 months to them up. I live 2-3 months ahead of buy my 26 months.
But after 2023, 2024, that will be a long range. We'll talk to you about 2029. But thanks for calling from Bunk County. How's Banga right now?
My super, I'm there with my people. I'm right now sitting with Kuma people. I'm at the one station for station with my Kuma people. Because what it is going to come down to the people.
You will come down now to the people. Then when you win, then you go up. You don't come to the people again.
No, the problem is that every man by nature is not the same.
All right.
Everybody in life has different behavior of life. Yeah.
Okay, Obadiah.
Even I will now, I will say to power one people.
All right. So you drink a lot of palm wine, right?
Oh yeah, I'm on the JL right now. I'm putting palm wine.
That's Demeter Road.
That's Winter Road, yes.
All right, but nice talking to you. We're talking about Gibber right now anyway. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Obadiah Bo, he says he's going to run 2023 in district number 3, Bond County. That's where Mervyn Cole is. Well, maybe he's a friend of Mervyn Cole, so he put his own way to 2029. ELBC Radio, call us on 0880 514 096 or call us on 0777 517 882. Let's talk about Liberia. Specifically, we are in Lower Margibi County. Rabos International Airport. Every time we hear people are moving to the airport, and then at one point, the airport is in darkness. Has it improved?
Well, partly, the airport management team is trying her utmost best. Headed by Martin Hayes, they are trying. But the issue of power outage is one thing that is of serious concern.
They're trying, but power outage is still concerned.
Yeah, it is.
Then what are they trying there?
No, they are trying to minimize it. When I say trying, they're trying to minimize it. You know, it was so frequent.
Okay.
Yeah, but of recent, it has minimized.
ELBC, hello?
Yeah, Dr. Red, good afternoon.
Go ahead. Where you come from?
Thank you. I'm Alfred Brown calling from Hartford, St. John River City, Grand Bassa County.
Oh, St. John City?
St. John River City, Grand Bassa County for Hartford.
Oh, Jim Brooks, stay your mayor?
Yeah, so, and you Alfred Red, you from Bethlehem, you need to come home, man. So I'm getting called today. I'm getting called today to...
Okay, go ahead.
Because it is 9.9, I mean, we are back on air today. It's very clear here.
All right.
I'm getting you loud and clear today. And thank you, Director, for bringing us back, the radio back to us.
One day we'll talk about St. John and Besley and Hartford.
Mr. Ray, I'm coming to Ghana, Moruga to find you when I get, I will give you home.
Okay, all right. I'll be glad to. I've been home though, but I'll be happy to go back home when you carry me. All right.
Yeah, I will come for you.
To all the people of Hartford, Big Joe Town, Wakatan Junction, and Besley, my maternal home, Biagistan, listening to ELBC.
They are all fine this afternoon.
All right, thank you. So he took us from Margibi and took us all the way to Biagi Town and all the towns around Hartford, Fosville. You know, there are Dylan just from Fosville, but everybody wants to run away to be somewhere. Labrina is kind of we've integrated to different parts of the country. So we're talking about health. Good in you say Tolota Hospital now will be elevated.
Yeah.
Has a medical doctor. Then good news is that you say the Kapawa people.
Yeah.
How much are they going to improve security?
Well, they are helping a lot. Mayo Chief, like Monrovia and other places across Liberia, the issue of Zogos actually on a rampage in Luo. Zogos, especially in
They checking phones?
a community called Barclay Farm.
Cutting tree.
Yeah, Cutting Tree. Those places at night, the ordinary citizens can hardly get good sleep.
You're joking.
Seriously, Chief, they have to be up. You know,
The police there, is that mobile or are they in cahoot?
that's a serious challenge. When police arrest criminals or alleged criminals, they are on motorbikes going, which is very risky.
The police.
Yeah, the police vehicle is down. As we speak, it is down. One, Philip Nimne, I'm sure he's listening. No police vehicle. Most often when
Do you
when
hear
they want
people-
to transfer police, they use motorbike.
Suspects, you mean?
Yeah, suspects, yeah.
Do you hear people say that the police are working with the Zogos or working with the criminals or the suspects and robbing and taking it to them and they protect you? Do you hear those kind of things in the community?
You know, in every apple tree, there are rotten ones.
Do you hear those things?
I have been hearing it. Yes, that some police personnel are allegedly in cohort with the criminals.
So the Zogos are around Cotton Tree, around Barclay Farm.
Unification.
What about Firestone facility?
Firestone facility? They have got their own security. They have what they call the PPD.
So the Zogo don't go there?
Most often they go there.
Most often.
Yeah, they go there. But the Firestone PPD can actually drive them away
Alright.
for the employees to have peace.
Call the lines. Call 777-517-882 or call 080-514-096. Hello? Yeah, good to have you. Your line kind of bad, man. But reposition. Where you come from? Okay, Seaton, let me hear from you.
Yeah, I've been following you in the matter well from well. Listen to your correspondent, Laura Maggie. Getting a lot of important information is good. Listen from her, from Maggie, how you get the communication, hoping that the company can be more robust and what have you. Just last, I don't know if you can able to make quick clarity, Mr. Director. Yeah. Hello?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. The last house you had, the junior brother from earlier, and the guy called from Apple. Good news, they're about to build a house. You put all the material of the house on the ground. That's the good news. So now what I'm saying is, the material for the merry-go-round is on the ground of Apple. Apple from earlier, they were trying to get information about farm development. The good news is the material is on the ground. That's the good news. So the train now out there very soon will have to play. Solid, but who is good for the development? We call, I'm going to walk and go. You begin to say I'm a rubbish. That was not the way.
Okay, Seaton. All right, Seaton. The good news is that the representative of Harper District, P. Mark Jerry, has taken the material to do the merry-go-round. That's the good news. So, all right, but I think water under the bridge, the fact that the work is going on the merry-go-round, the kids are going to be happy on Sundays on Maryland Avenue. All right, good night. Thank you. And get well, please. All right, Seaton there from Monrovia. I don't know what part of Monrovia he called, and that's something that happened like 2 weeks ago, but he wanted to make the clarification. He had the opportunity. ELBC Radio, our lines are still open. We're waiting for you to call and let's discuss. I like good news. I hope you can get us good news. The roads being done, the lights coming on in the counties, the Lofa County Hydro Project in the Yanabala home area is working. We good to hear that. Hello? Where you come from? Paul, I met decent to here. All right, I bet you want to share something with him. All right. Good, you made an intervention and you call in Paul Ramsey. We appreciate that information. I bet the joint security people are listening and they will put some measure into place to correct the situation on the Ganta Zueju Highway. Because if it continues on that route, it might go to Bikano River Says, it might go from River Says to Sino, and our people will be having a huge air of insecurity. Because the government is meant. The government is in place to ensure that people go about peacefully. And so if one citizen in any part of the country is unhappy or insecure, all the citizens are insecure. Thank you, Paul.
Yes, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for picking up this story. Thank you.
All right. So let me round up the show with decent. Your colleagues have been doing excellently well, and you're up to the task. But tell me now, does it occur to you that when you report a story, sometimes on a local government official or a senior government official that contracts with that person behavior, maybe you expect the government official to behave well, but the person misbehaves and you report it. Do you feel threatened or do you go to bed sound that nothing's going to happen to you.
Well, whenever you report against a story, like somehow against a government official, as a layman, we call it in Liberia, layman in society, somehow you get jittered, you get worried. But again, given the freedom of speech provided by President George Manewuya, journalists should be given the freedom to report issues. We are no longer worried. President Weah has made that clear. No journalist currently in prison. No journalist currently in prison for reporting a story. No against a government official or whoever. That was before, but now we are no longer worried. We know that we'll be asked to provide facts as per our report. Provide a facts as per the report against this government official or this top-notch person or prominent person in society. Once we have the evidence, we are no longer worried. We are sure that.
That means that all is well, all is good with you and Ava Jones.
Yes, of late, all good with us. Of late, we are all good.
All right, but it was good having you here.
Thank you so much, Chief, and let me appreciate the entire crew here at LBS. Wonderful job, and I can feel so impressed when people call us from Sano, from Granji there, came out and say, "Hey, my man, I was listening to you, so and so report." LBS is doing a wonderful job, and let's keep it on.
Oh, pleasant Thursday afternoon. I need to make my way out of here. Let me say thanks to Richmond Gay, Anthony Williams, my latecomer producer or sound presenter, Mervyn Stewart, the management, and everybody who made the show possible. Those of you who called and made the show look great and grand. Thank you. Cut the grass on the road. Don't let the president come before you do it. Please clean up your backyard, make some gardening. And of course, the big one is the president will be coming to you soon. Well, I'm not the president to say it, but let me just whisper to you that you need to prepare for the president's arrival sometime soon in your counties. AOBZ Radio, my name